Welcome back. I'm Mike Brown, and this is episode 9 of Worlds Collide. This episode contains some fantasy violence and some disturbing imagery. I'll get to the episode in a second, but first, I wanted to let you know we have a mailing list that you can join and be notified every time we drop an episode. So we have some fun stuff coming up, including maybe a live event. I don't know. We'll see. So that is the first place you're going to be able to hear about anything like that. So all you have to do is head over to our website. Yes, we have a website. Did you know that? We do. It's still under construction, but we have all of our episode pages up. So go to www.worldskollidepodcast.com/WC009 to get to the page for this episode. And if you scroll to the bottom, you can join that mailing list. Also, as always, follow us on Instagram and TikTok and check out our Patreon. We'd love some feedback about what extra content you'd like to see over there. All right, that's enough out of me today. This episode is more story-driven, which means it's my favorite kind to listen to and my least favorite kind to edit, but let's jump in with some intros again. All right, it's another episode. Last record was about 2 hours, so that's probably actually going to be 2 episodes, so whoops. Let's do some intros.
Hi, I'm Alex, and I play Ninty. I am a sorcerer, and I am a Nintendo 64 console.
My name is Alyssa. I play Niatu, and my class is a ranger, and I am a Navi from the planet of Pandora.
I'm Ryan. I play Gar, and I'm a fighter, and I'm half human, half Mirielin, if that's how you pronounce that.
Hi, I'm Melina. I play Milla, and I am a barbarian and Goliath.
And I'm Mike. I am the game master. My class is everything. All right, so last time, the party left the Candlekeep and rented a cart with some horses, took quite a journey, ended up camping for the night where y'all were attacked by a group of wolves led by a ferocious dire wolf. You did a good job at dispatching the wolves. A couple of them ran away after you finished off a few of them, and you are back in the cart. So now you are on your way with Lairn and Matreus to Kara's Vale. And so you're just kind of riding along. And on the right, or passenger side, because you're not all facing the same direction, you notice a youngish human. You would say preteen, maybe late teens, wearing, it doesn't make sense, but like a long robe. And it's like got a scarf that is kind of like maroon and gold. And it is running, waving its hand like, hey, stop! Hey, stop the cart! And all of a sudden, you see it get a knife through the eye, and it just drops.
Oh my God!
And Lairn stops the cart.
I think we should keep going.
He's just like, I forgot to tell you about them. Those are called TERFs, and we don't with them. So we're just going to keep moving. They get it. They make themselves seem really nice, and they make you feel like you're a part of the family, and that's when they strike. So we don't mess with them. So we're just going to keep going. Don't worry about that.
Did Lairn throw it?
I just thought the same thing.
Yes, Lairn threw that knife.
He was just like, nope.
He's like, yep,
We're lying about that combat.
I don't play with TERFs, so we're done with that, and we're just going to keep moving. And so you keep going. It's about, I think I said before, an 8-hour-ish trip. You got moving right at sunup, basically, so we'll say 6 o'clock. So early afternoon, right around 2, you roll into town. And if you recall, the person who basically conscripted you into solving this problem said that everyone just went to sleep, and that's that. They just are asleep for weeks now. And that seems to be corroborated by the fact that this looks like a town that everyone just stopped in the middle of what they were doing. There's like a stocked cart that there's a guy just like kind of leaning over, just like leaning, taking a little nap at it. Like it's just, you could only see a few people, but that's it. It's just very sparse.
Is that person that talked to us here? I forget where we sent her.
No, Lairn sent her to spend a night in the hotel.
Right.
Yeah. Which, by the way, it's a new day. So it is now the 10th of Haumea. Just important for us to keep track of the dates because you do have a year to complete what you need to complete. You notice out of one of the houses comes shambling. It almost looks like an animated. It is not walking like a live person would walk. It is walking like an animated corpse, basically, like a zombie.
Cool.
And then you notice another one. And then you notice another one. And then you notice a very large zombie like creature come out of Town Hall, which is dead ahead of you. There's a big sign that says Town Hall. And they all just start to move toward you slowly. And as they're closing in on the cart, a person, female human, comes out just out of nowhere from behind a house and just starts attacking these things like crazy. And just like 2 axes, just slashing, taking their heads off, taking their arms off, just completely obliterating these things.
Right.
She makes quick work of them. And after she finishes destroying them, she just starts to walk away towards Town Hall.
Excuse me?
It's right up Mila's alley.
I know. I was going to say, that looks like my cousin. Matreus, does any of this look familiar to you?
I don't think so. But I sure don't like zombies. I'm a little curious about who you are, though, ma'am. And she turns around. She's like, hello. And he's like, what did you just do? And she's just like, they attacked. I took care of them. And she turns around and starts walking back toward the town hall.
Are they the people that are under the spell that we're here to help?
Doesn't matter, does it?
Kinda.
If they were going to kill you, you'd rather be dead?
We're here to solve the curse. Couldn't we have... I don't know.
When did they become zombies?
Yeah.
How much time do you think you had?
I don't know what the solution is.
Thanks for saving us, though.
You're welcome.
Why are you going to town hall?
Are you from this town, or did you happen upon it after they were like this?
Any other questions?
Lots.
I'm heading to town hall because that's where the secrets are. I'm not from here.
Okay.
I'm from up there. And she points her head towards the sky.
I don't love that.
Or at least I was.
All right.
Is she still heading into, like, back toward the town hall? Or has she halted
She's going
and
to
talking?
be, but she's stopping to answer your questions.
Multiple
Questions?
questions.
I feel like we should go with her.
I mean, yeah, we
Guys.
follow her probably.
What secret?
Am I the first one to finally be, like, sus of something?
No, it's sus.
We're sus. That's why we need
It's
to find
super
out what's
sus.
happening.
But she said there's secrets at town hall, so there might be secrets
You're
to
right.
what happened.
You're right. Okay, I follow. Niatu follows.
As she gets walking in and she's just like kind of casually talking, she's like, there's always secrets at town hall. That's where they keep them.
I literally hate this. It's
This is giving, like, the Shining
Like
Twins.
a horror, yeah. Is this a trap? I
Sure,
mean,
it's fun. She
goes.
sounds like she could be under a spell, too, with the way
Ooh,
that
that's
she's
not
talking.
That's a decent point.
I'm not trapping you.
You might be trapped.
Blink twice.
I'm not trapping you.
You're free to go. I'm going to town hall. That's where the secrets are.
All right, we're going to town hall with you. No more funny business.
May I point out that those creatures came out of town hall? The big one. Just saying.
Okay. Well, that's where the secret.
Oh my God. Okay, I get it. The
Protecting
secrets. Okay.
I mean, we follow, I guess, right?
Gar?
Yeah, I suppose.
All right. We're following her.
Yeah, so she heads towards town hall. You get to the front, enter the building. There's a couple people asleep at the counter in the front. Doesn't look really suspicious anywhere in here other than the fact that everybody is sleeping. And she just kind of hops the counter, jumps in the back, and starts rifling through some papers. And Matreus is like, you're not a normal little girl, are you? So I said she's human female. I would say you would guess like 15, 16.
Oh.
And she's just like, if you believe normal exists, then no, I'm not normal.
What secrets are you looking for?
Any secrets, they're always at town hall, or the Capitol, or the bridge, or the Senate.
So places where there are documents.
I mean, they're all secrets if it's something you don't know. She's just reading paperwork.
Yeah.
Maybe it's government secrets.
I know lots of secrets, but written secrets are the hardest for me to get to.
Why?
Because I can hear what's in your heads. Those people outside, they didn't have anything in their heads, so they weren't real.
So you could hear this? Milla thinks you're a bitch.
Melina!
I'm sorry. They give me a blooper.
she's just like, I can hear that. I don't know what it means, but I have heard that a lot.
Aw.
Who is Milla?
Who's thinking about me?
You!
I didn't say my name.
You literally said Milla thinks.
Yeah,
I was saying. Well, nobody think anything because she's in our heads.
Oh, okay.
The easiest for you, I guess.
That's crazy.
I'm glad you can all find happiness in moments like this.
Do you ever find happiness?
I don't desire happiness.
Are you human?
Yes, I am human. I am human. I am River.
Oh, your name is
You're
River?
God.
I am not a god.
Well,
I am River.
oh, your name is River. I thought you were just listing that you were all the things on there.
I am ground. I am river.
I am River.
I am human. I am wolf.
I don't know. I'm just a Nintendo 64.
She locks eyes with Milla, and she's just like, you lost somebody. Who's Pistachio?
Milla turns around and wipes her eye. It's none of your business. Don't ever say her name.
Okay. And she looks at Niatu. She's like,
Oh, God.
you lost somebody too, but it was your fault.
Yeah. I feel horrible. Who's Lupus?
That will haunt me forever.
I'm going to text you that later tonight. Just Lupus would have enjoyed this.
Lupus isn't dead. Anyway,
That's true.
it still haunts me.
He also doesn't know that his name's Lupus.
It still haunts me.
I'm sorry. Things happen. I don't think you need to feel bad.
Really?
If what I'm understanding is correct, you were just protecting yourself.
Thank you. I do feel a little better.
And she looks at Gar, and she's just like, oh, I like you. You've got as many secrets as me.
I was just going to say all the stealing.
I don't know, Shreen.
We're all like grilling you with our eyes.
You're way more secretive than me.
What does she mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. She's a weirdo. What do you mean?
Another word I hear a lot. Then she looks at N64 Mo, and she's like, this is going to be hard for you to believe, but you're not the first one like yourself that I've met.
That doesn't surprise me.
That's good. Anyway, I'm going to keep looking for secrets. And she just goes back to looking at her papers.
Let me know if you find anything good.
Come over, stand next to me, and I think I will. She wasn't coming on to you. She just wants to probe your brain. Gar's like 12.
I thought she was just trying to steal whatever he
Niatu follows her. I'm curious.
Okay, so she's rifling through papers and you're just watching her?
I want to ask her what she's looking for so I can start to maybe help her look for the secret.
We asked her what kind of secrets she was looking for. All secrets.
What exactly are you looking for on these papers?
I'm not sure why it's not translating, but I'm looking for secrets.
How do you know when you have found one?
If I see something I haven't heard in someone's head, that's a secret.
Hmm.
And Matreus pops in the front door. He's like, okay, I think with a little bit of time, I can understand this curse a little bit. It actually looks like it was incidental. Like nobody cursed this town. It just happened. Sometimes curses just roll in without anyone's help. It's not super common, but I've heard of it before, and I have a few ways of taking care of it, but it's going to take a while. I don't expect you guys to stay with me. I'll be okay. And then he looks at River and he's like, are you going to be around here for a while? And she's like, it takes much time for a river to change course. And he's like, okay. So I will take that as you being around here for a while. And judging by what I saw outside, you could probably protect me. And so I won't be freaking out like I was all the time with these four. So I'm going to set up. This place seems pretty good. And he starts just taking out some chalk and drawing some symbols like runes on the floor. And River just kind of jumps back out from behind the counter and skips over, and she's like, do you have more chalk? And he's like, yeah, I got more chalk. And he hands her a piece of chalk, and she just goes down the hall and starts just drawing like a star, a heart, a cat, just drawing a bunch of like children-like drawings in chalk on the floor.
All right, Matreus, just as a warning, she can read your thoughts, just so you know, before we leave.
That is good to know. As an academic, I would defy her to be able to handle all of the information in my brain, but that is good to know. Thanks for bringing me here. This actually looks like more of a academic exercise than I thought, and I expect to learn quite a bit. So I really owe you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sure, dude.
From outside, you hear Laren go,
Are there any more zombies in there?
No, not that we see.
Okay, but why don't you guys just come out here?
All right.
Okay. We come out.
Yeah.
okay, so he meets you at the door, and he's like, is that weird girl still in there?
Yes.
Okay, let's stay out here.
She's weird. And from down the hall, you just hear her go, thank you. And Laren just starts walking back toward the cart.
We follow.
Okay, so before we left town, we got a couple jobs. Do we want to finish them before we go back, or do we want to head back and kind of reassess our situation before we start doing anything else? Just to remind you, if you'll recall, we met Encardal at the Mediocre, and he asked you guys to map out a dungeon, which actually happens to be fairly close by.
I think we do the dungeon and then go back.
Since we're so close, we might as well.
Otherwise, you have to pay for a card again.
And you look at Laren's neck, and the fifth white bead looks a little gray almost, like it is
Like it's fading?
fading back to black.
Why would that happen, Laren?
Well, as time passes, the magic is fading, so we just need to beat it.
So we just have to do them all and quickly apart.
The goal is to do this as fast as possible, because if you don't, this entire world ceases to exist.
Okay. So yeah, let's go to the dungeon then.
Okay, let us go to the dungeon. You get in the cart and head toward the dungeon. I would say it's probably going to be another 6 hours, which will bring you to dusk by the time you get to the dungeon.
Does one of us specifically have the cartography equipment?
I'm not sure.
Didn't he give us,
Like to make the map?
so that we can make the map for him? He gave us cartography
Oh,
equipment?
right. Yes, I don't think we established. I think, let's
Laren
just say
just
Laren
has
had it.
Okay.
Laren is like, well, it's kind of dark, so I don't think we're going to be able to do much surveying right now. I can't really find the entrance. So let's wait until the morning, and we will tackle it then. How does that sound?
Good. Can this constitute as a long rest?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Perfect.
If you sleep for the night. So you're going to set up camp, sleep for the night.
Yes.
So
Do we have to keep watch again?
same order of watches.
Sure.
Okay. Guard takes first watch, roll a d20.
19.
Oh.
Okay. So as you are watching, you see, first of all, you could see like the shore. Like there's like a little bit of a space in between where you are and the city that is ocean. And you can see the shore, and you see like a white glistening bird kind of dive down into and under the water and then dive back up with a fish in its beak and fly away. And other than that, your watch is uneventful.
Cool.
And then next up is Niatu.
I'll go wake her up.
Okay. All right. Give me a roll.
Nat one.
You got a nat one. Oof.
Oh, I don't like that reaction at all.
Is right.
Oh man, it's too soon to bring lupus back. You decided to entertain yourself during this watch, and you busted out your drum.
In the middle of the night.
Just tapping yourself, not slamming, but just tapping. And you get a little too excited, just right through
My
the drum head.
Drum.
Niatu's getting beat up. I'm not even like trying to do it. The dice are doing it. Other than that, your rest goes uneventfully. Next up is Milla.
5.
Okay, so you're here. No, I'm just kidding. So a traveling party kind of passes camp, and they're kind of just like playing some music, just bopping around. They're like, hey, have a great night. Just keep walking. Other than that, nothing.
Okay, cool.
And last is at 64 mile.
10.
10? Yeah. So you notice as your watch is coming to a close, you realize for the first time that there are 2 moons in the sky. One is blue and one is a light yellow, and they are both crescent but opposite. So one is waxing crescent and one is waning crescent right now, and they're in a similar place in the sky. But you had never noticed that before. And
How about that?
other than that, your watch goes by uneventfully, and you are relieved of your post by Lairn kind of hopping up. And he's like, hey, I made some breakfast. Not for you, Ninty, because you're always like, I don't eat. So, but for everybody else, there's some bacon and eggs. I won't tell you what kind of eggs because you guys are grossed out by everything in this place. So let's take a nice 15-minute breakfast and let's get moving.
I do eat some of the bacon.
Lairn busts out the pack with cartography tools and is like, okay, so as a recap, he's going to give you guys 200 gold and 2 gold per room that you map out in the dungeon, if I recall correctly. So here are the supplies he gave us. Which one of you guys is best at drawing?
I'm pretty good.
All right. So he hands the supplies to Ninty, and he's like, now let's find the entrance. So everybody roll either an investigation or a nature check. You get to pick. Lairn is going to roll a nature check.
10 investigation check.
Okay.
I got 1 investigation.
You got a nat 1?
Yeah.
Milla?
9 nature check.
Okay. Gar?
I got a 5 total.
5. Well, luckily, Lairn got a dirty 20.
Oh, Laird's helping?
Lairn's helping find the entrance to this place, absolutely. And he used nature. Lairn is looking around, and he's like, you know, based on a lot of this geography and the fauna in the area, I don't know if this dungeon exists.
He sent us here for what then?
Well, there's definitely talk about a dungeon in this exact spot, but I'm wondering if people made it up.
To make them seem like adventurers. Liars.
That's possible, yeah. That's actually a really good explanation.
What if it's in a pocket dimension?
It could be in a pocket dimension. We have a little bit of experience with that. I heard you guys love going into pocket dimensions.
I don't.
Loose.
And he's just like, all I know is this is the spot, and I don't think there's ever been a dungeon here.
Wow.
So now you guys are in a little bit of a different kind of pickle, aren't you?
Yeah.
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 How do we map something that doesn't exist?
So is it just like a mountain, like a mound? Like there's nothing to enter?
It's like a shore, not a beach.
Okay.
But like a bank.
Okay. So there's nothing to even like climb over.
What if it's under the water? What if it's under the water?
It could be if you want to go look.
Is there like a cliff face?
Nope.
Is it possible it's hidden by magic?
Nyatu decides to rule out one possible explanation, and she dives into the water.
Okay, give me an athletics check.
Bye.
15.
Okay. So you are able to swim around. The current isn't very strong because it's more of a bay than a river or a brook or anything like that. So you're able to swim around, and it's just dirt. Like there's nothing. There's not even like a lot of rocks that could be hiding an entrance or anything. It's just dirt.
So I come back up out of the water, and I just explain that there's nothing down there.
Should we go back to the mediocre and try to find this guy? Explain to him?
Yeah, I mean, we could do that, but I don't think he's going to pay you.
Well, what are we supposed to do?
Are we supposed to fake it?
I'm not suggesting that you fake it.
Well, if
You're not
we draw a
suggesting
map,
we
he's going
don't.
to come. And then he's going to find that
Is he
there's...
though? Does he seem like the type to come himself?
Wait, doesn't Gar have like a little drone friend?
A little robot.
A little robot?
But
Does he
can't do anything.
Oh, I was going to say, could we send him around to like search for him?
No, me and Ryan had extensive conversations about how little PB1 can do.
Dang.
Can I ask a question? Are there any animals around that I could potentially ask if they know? Because this specifically says that they can let me know if certain things are close or information about the
Sure,
area.
you see some birds flying around. You saw some fish under the water. You see like small rodents just hanging around in the area.
I want to ask a bird.
So are you going to spend a spell slot and cast Speak with Animals?
No.
You got your spell slots back.
I did, but it feels like last one was a waste of a spell slot, and I'm worried that this is going to be a waste of a spell slot. He's just going to be like, nope, haven't seen anything. Bye. Okay, I'm going to ask, particularly an owl. Can I decide what kind of bird I found?
I'm going to say you can find a bird that you want to ask, but owls are nocturnal and it is daytime.
That's a very good point. Hawk.
Okay. Yeah, you see a hawk kind of circling above.
Okay. Excuse me up there. Do you mind coming down here so I can ask you a few questions?
On my way.
I hate this hawk already. So he comes down.
Thank you for your time. We are here looking for a dungeon. We were told by many that there was a dungeon here and cannot find one. Have you seen anything in the area or surroundings that would indicate a dungeon?
Nope.
No, I'm just kidding. He's like,
I see a lot of people come to this spot and stop, draw on some paper, and leave.
What's he saying? Learned that the hard way.
it's a very hard way.
Right.
He says that he sees lots of people come here and stop and draw on a piece of paper and leave.
So do people fake it? Is he like testing us to see if we'll fake?
Yeah, maybe he's testing us.
See if we're true
To see if we'll lie about it.
deceptive? Yeah.
How often do you see people come here?
Probably once a week.
Wow.
They're all usually wearing a certain pin, though. You guys don't have the pin. It looks like one of my evil cousins, the eagles, clutching a fish in its talons. And it's made of gold. You guys are the first ones I've seen that don't have that.
This is the most inconsistent voice I've ever done. And I'm crying.
What'd he say?
He says that everyone that he has seen come here before has a pin that looks like an eagle holding a fish, and it is gold.
Laren, do you know what that is?
Yeah, actually. First of all, I think I saw Encardal wearing one of those pins when we met him, but it is the insignia of the Glaive and Daisy Society. They're like an adventurers club.
Is there anything else we should ask the hawk before I let it go?
Are they ever any of the same people?
Are there any repeat offenders of these people that you see with the pin?
I don't want to sound insensitive, but you kind of all look alike.
Okay.
What did he say?
He says we all look alike.
It's okay.
As we ironically look at each other.
And he hears you saying that to them. He's like,
Well, not you.
I leave that out.
I think we have to go find this guy and let him know that these people with the maps are frauds.
Why don't we try to find somebody that is wearing this pin?
Yeah,
we
he's
can ask
wearing
them.
that pin.
Oh. Well, thank you for your help.
and he just goes,
Up and away.
and he flies off.
And I'm the only one that got to hear it.
Nyanchi, why are you laughing?
That was one interesting hawk.
All right, so should we head back? Or do we have to go back to the town first?
What town? You're talking about Kara's Vale?
Yeah.
No, I think we're good to leave Matreus there.
Okay.
So you want to head back to the city of Zeph?
Yeah, I think so. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
I don't want to fall into a trap and fake a map when it is not here.
Right.
We could
We
go
should
ask
find
him
out
for
what's
guidance.
going on, yeah. Why is he wasting our time?
He probably doesn't know. He thinks all these other people are adventurers and they're liars.
He seems like a liar, too, if he's paying someone else to do it.
You slept again, so it is now Haumea the 11th. Just want to make sure that is clear. And he's like,
So we're heading back into town. Oh, you are in for a treat. Today happens to be Moon Day, and every Moon Day is the Zeph Bazaar. So you're going to have a chance to just absorb the local culture and get a discount on all sorts of goods.
Tattoo.
I was just going to say that. Well, guys, we should get matching
even close to that.
tattoos.
That's not where I was going with that. But suddenly Milla becomes a Valley girl. Like, oh my god,
God.
let's get matching tattoos.
That's diamonds!
Love dialogue.
and so yeah, Laren kind of gets back in the cart and points it toward town. Y'all get in. You head back toward town, probably another 6 hours. You started at roughly 6. You're going to roll into town at around noon. And he's like, so should we head straight for the mediocre or should we check out the bazaar? If I were to give a suggestion, maybe we go to the mediocre first.
Yeah,
let's
let's
do
do
that.
that. Yeah.
Okay, so he drops the cart off and pays 18 silver. And he calls Tabaxi, and you guys get a Tabaxi driver that rolls up. And Lairn says, let's go to the mediocre. And the Tabaxi driver says, okay, let's go. And just gets rolling to the mediocre. You know, you go through the tunnels, you pop out, etc., etc. The Tabaxi drops you off right in front of the mediocre, and Lairn just heads on in.
I follow.
We follow.
Yeah, we follow him.
Okay. And as you walk in, you are not greeted by the record scratch level of silence that you were the first time. Instead, you hear from the bar the owner of the establishment say, hey, it's you guys again. Did you have a fun time while you were out? It's Krusk. Krusk, by the way. It's Krusk.
Have you seen the bugbear?
Okay, I see we're getting right down to business. I'm going to choose not to take offense, but I'm the bugbear.
Oh.
The only other person I saw you talking to that day was Encardal. He's a tiefling.
Have you seen him?
Yes.
Where?
He's here.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. He's back in the corner over there.
I'm going to walk over to him.
I'm going with her.
Yep.
I skip along too.
Oh, you're back. That was so fast.
Yeah, it was fast because there's Milla leans closer. There actually isn't a dungeon.
Did you set us up, dude?
Yeah, what's going on?
He looks concerned. He's like, are you trying to take my money?
No, we didn't take your money.
Have you paid other people for this? Because then they're scamming you.
No, everyone at the society has been to this dungeon. I feel like an outcast.
They're liars, dude. Niatu talked to a bird, and he said that he sees people going to this location.
With your pin.
With
and
the
they
pin.
just draw and leave.
Yeah, nobody's actually entering a dungeon. They're frauds. We could bring you to the location ourselves. There's nothing scary about it.
No. That's fine. That's interesting. You know, this society, there's two ways to get in. You can go on Grand Adventure and come back with proof, or you can buy your way in. And I've bought my way in. But they don't let you feel like a real member when you buy your way in. But if they're all faking, they're just being mean.
Yeah, they are being mean. I'm so sorry.
So you swear it? And he looks at Lairn specifically because he trusts Lairn.
Mm-hmm.
No offense to you guys, but Lairn's been
Offense
around.
taken, but
Lairn's
okay.
been around.
From your world?
And he's like,
Yeah, man. There's nothing there. I looked everywhere. They've been taking you for a ride.
and he's just like, that's so, no, I'm going to go on a real adventure. And he stands up and he puts his hand to his hip and he drops a sack of gold on the table. And he's like, thank you for being the first people to tell me the truth around here. And he walks out. If you open up the sack of gold, you will find 400 gold pieces.
Wow.
We should get 100.
Double our money.
Be like, oh, perfect, 100 gold. That'll go so far at the bazaar. I'm assuming since you all pulled equal weight, roughly, you're going to split the gold evenly this time?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Sounds good. And then he's like, I'll just divide it up over here. And he takes it and he divides it up perfectly. And he hands you each 100 gold pieces. And you notice that that bead that had been fading to gray is now white again. And you also notice, Gar, you hear something coming from your cloak. And it's like,
The sending stone. He's talking to me.
so you take it out?
Yep.
Okay. And you hear, friends, are you there? I need your help.
Where are you?
I've been imprisoned.
What?
Where?
What?
Why? How?
It's a long story, but I need your help. I am in the Justice District. I was trespassing.
Oh,
We need to talk.
Aladan.
Why would you do that?
Can you just come and get me?
Yeah.
Laird can get me out of here. And then you hear, hey, what's that? And then he's like, no, I need this contact. No, give it to me.
We should go quick. Is Laren here with us?
Laird is just like,
Well, he said he's in the Justice District. We can head down there. I wonder what he was trespassing for.
Better be good.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know why that got me so good. Worlds Collide is Alyssa Brown as Niatu, Alex Brown as N64mo, Ryan Brown as Gar, Melina Agbanyo as Milla, and me, Mike Brown, as the Game Master. Sound design, editing, and mixing done by Mike Brown for Ember Studios LLC. Our theme music is Epic Adventure by MS Records. More info can be found in the show notes.
Our next episode drops June 14th, and it's a little different. And I'm hyped for you to hear what I have cooked up. All right, I will see you next time. Thanks.